Yo everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Chris and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be giving y'all an inside look about how I created my new single, Smile For Me, which is dropping on all platforms on December 5th. So it originally started when I came up with the concept of my new upcoming album for future reference. I wanted this album to act as a sort of care package of songs to my future children. And within that, I wanted there to be at least one song that's a direct letter to them, addressing my fears about making it into the music industry, and it's just a very open, honest song about my feelings towards having kids in the future and where I hope that my future leads me. And that's what this song is. So I made the beat for the song myself, which I will go ahead and transition over to the computer now and show you how I made it. Okay, so before I played the clip, I realized that there was a little bit of a mistake that I made. When recording in OBS, I didn't realize that for whatever reason, this microphone, the same one I'm using to record this voiceover, was for some reason only recording in the right channel. But the desktop audio that I was recording to play you the clips of the beat was still working fine. So rather than subjecting you to the torture of listening to audio only coming into the right channel, I'm just going to tell you what's happening on in the beat and then play you the clips of the desktop audio that's playing correctly. So the song is in the key of A minor, so it's a very easy key to work in, especially if you're not really good with music theory. So first, I laid down these chords. Next, the melody is playing on two different VSTs. One is a guitar VST, and one is the same piano preset that the chords are being played on. And those sound like... Next up, I laid down this hi-hat pattern. Then next up came the kicks. And then the snares. As for the bass, I did originally have a sine wave bass implemented into the song, but when I tried to send it over to Swayan, he said that it sounded really, really muddy, so I sent him over the MIDI of the bass, and he was able to implement it on his end. So I can't really show it to you here, but when you hear the final song on December 5th, you'll be able to hear it there. So here's how the drums sound all together with the riser at the beginning. Next, if we go over to the vocal take project file, you'll be able to see my vocal takes that I've rendered out into stems just to make the purpose of this video a little bit easier. Now, the audio clips that I'm about to show you are the raw, unmixed files, so they're not going to sound as good as the final song, but in my opinion, for raw vocals, they still sound pretty decent. So here's the raw vocals of my verses. Dear my beautiful babies, I hope that when you read this, Daddy's dreams are true and he's not crying in the Kleenex. I'm grinding every day to give you the life I never had. And your mama, she's an angel, she supported me on this path. If we made it, that's great. All my work paid off. So for the chorus that Justin recorded, we had two different versions. One was just his one take.
Would you smile for me now? You know how I grind out my best. Would you smile for me now? Never have to settle for less. Baby, smile for me now. You know that I'll make you proud. Baby, smile for me now. You know you always stand out in the crowd.
And then the other was that take along with the separate one that were panned slightly to the left and right to create a really, really good harmony effect.
Would you smile for me now? You know how I grind out my best. Would you smile for me now? Never have to settle for less. Would you smile for me now? You know that I'll make you proud. Baby, smile for me now. You know you always stand out in the crowd.
Next, I'm going to play you some of the raw drum stems that Urek sent over. And then last but not least is the raw stems of Tyler's guitar solo.
Hey kids, it's Dad. I hope you're doing well.
And then put that all together, send it over to Swain for his mixing and mastering magic, and it sounds like the snippet that I'm about to play for you here.
Smile for me now, you know that I'll make you proud. Baby, smile for me now, you know you won't stand out in the crowd.
Now back to studio me, where I'll be explaining the story of how this whole song came to be. So after the beat was pretty much finished, I reached out to my good friend Justin, aka Just W, and talked to him about getting on the song. Because after I dropped Indigo Child, he messaged me saying that he really wanted to collaborate on a song with me. So I said sure, and we went ahead and started getting to work. He came over just before Hurricane Sally hit down here in the south, and he recorded the hook for the song. Now I had already written and recorded my verses beforehand. After he recorded his hook, he decided he wanted to do a third verse on the song, also being an open letter to his future children. So we went ahead and said sure and made it happen. Let me make sure I'm recording before this is like all just fucked up for no reason. Next, we started thinking about ideas that we could use to hopefully make the track stand out against anything else that I've released. And then it hit me, live drums in the chorus. So unfortunately, anybody that I knew who knew how to play live drums didn't have a method of recording it and sending stems over to me. That's when Fiverr came into the picture. I searched through drummers until I found someone whose style that I really liked, and the person I found was Jurek Borini. I apologize in advance if I'm saying your name wrong, my dude, but you did amazing on the song and I appreciate you so much. So I reached out to him with the idea of the song and he was totally down, so I went ahead and paid and we got to work. And for anyone looking to get live drums, especially through Fiverr, I highly recommend his service. He was incredibly friendly and extremely diligent with his work. He sent me the raw stems, mixed stems, and the full mixed loop of the drums so I could have any version that I wanted or needed within the process of mixing the song. So at this point, we pretty much had all the elements ready to go, but we were missing one thing, a bridge. Now I've been incorporating bridges into my music a lot more recently because I feel like it's a good way to tie up the back end of a song. However, with this one, we realized that while the song was chill and mellow, it felt like it wasn't really going anywhere even with the live drums. So we needed something to help pick it up and give it more energy. And that's when it hit us, guitar solo. Creating a multi-genre track is something I've wanted to do for a long time, but haven't really had the ability or means to do it. But my good friend Tyler Suggs over on Instagram, who I actually personally go to college with and was in guitar class with for a short time, was someone who I knew was A, talented enough, and B, driven enough to make something awesome for this track. So we hit him up, sent him the song, and he got to work. So shortly after Hurricane Sally hit and things were starting to get cleaned up and we could actually travel again, I went ahead and brought him over to the studio and he recorded the solo. After everything was recorded, it was now ready to go ahead and be mixed and mastered. So I hit up my good friend Sway in Music over on Instagram, who is now officially a part of We Up Entertainment, and I sent all the stems over to him and he got to work. After about a week of sending drafts back and forth, we officially had the final draft that will be going live on December 5th. So yeah, that is how I made my brand new single Smile For Me, which is debuting again on December 5th on all digital platforms. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope that you all enjoyed. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with as many people as you possibly can. This single is easily one of my biggest yet, and I'm so excited to share it with you all. So once again, thank you all so much for watching, and this is Nomrah signing off for now. See you later.